So ito kinabukasan kanina nag-react na si Speaker Martin. Sabi niya the filing of the complaint was not rushed. Yung pag-file daw nila, it was not rushed. Dumaan naman kasi sa proseso Anong gagawin kasi natin kung hindi naman po sinasabi ng Constitution? 'Di ba? Kung hindi naman sinasabi ng Constitution natin na kailangan kapag ka magkaano kayo ng verified complaint, dapat pinasagot niyo muna yung respondent. Walang ganun Doon yun available sa first two mode. Pero doon sa third mode ng pag-initiate ng impeachment, wala. Lalo ron sa option A. Na dalawa kasi doon sa third mode verified complaint at saka yung isa ay resolution to impeach. Posible doon sa resolution to impeach, pwede. 'Di ba? Pwede doon sa resolution to impeach. Kasi pag sinabing resolution, nagkaroon ng diskusyon doon. Pero doon sinasabi kasi articles, yung verified complaint, pagka ito ay pirmado, isinumite ng 1/3 members ng Kongreso, then yung kanilang verified complaint, yung complaint mismo, ay siya na rin mismo yung magiging articles of impeachment na itatransmit sa Senado para agad magsimula ang paglilitis. 'Di ba? Sabi ni Martin Romualdez, the filing of the complaint was not rushed. What was rushed remarkably was its burial. Imagine, in just a matter of 4 hours, yung sa kanila, umaga pa ho nila yung trinabaho. Magmula doon sa caucus. 'Di ba? Tapos inabot ng hapon. Ngayon, eto, tignan natin yung sa Korte Suprema. Okay? Yung Korte Suprema, yung MR nila. So, inihingi nila na i-reconsider ng Korte Suprema yung kanilang naunang desisyon at i-dismiss ang petition for lack of merit. Yung petition po ni Sara na pinabura ng Korte Suprema. So, sabi rito, nire-respeto raw po ng Kongreso yung expanded power of judicial review. Hindi ba sinasabi ko nga sa inyo, merong overlapping functions ang mga tatlong departamento ng ating pamahalaan. Sabi nila, however, ito daw pong expanded power ay hindi raw absolute, hindi rin unlimited, nor all-encompassing. Sabi niya. Tapos dito, sinight nila, additionally, in the assailed decision, the Honorable Court decreed new rules to be followed with respect to impeachment proceedings before the House and new doctrines regarding the reckoning point of 1-year bar and what may trigger it. Sabi, these are new standards that the House, in any case, could not be held to prior to their creation. Kasi tignan nyo bakit nga naman kasi maglalabas ang Korte Suprema ng panibagong patakaran sa impeachment ng mga pagbabago? Samantalang meron ng umiiral, 'di ba, na impeachment complaint. Dapat ginawa nila 'yan nang nangangalingasaw pa lamang na ipa-i-impeach si Sara, na may possibility ma-impeach. Dapat po proactive kumilos ang Korte Suprema. Bakit nga ba hindi sila agad kumikilos? Bakit hinihintay nila na magkaroon pa ng gulo? 'Di ba? Tapos ginamit nilang report ng ABS-CBN, tama naman yung report, mali yung paggamit nila. Para palitawin na na walang plenary vote. Ito nga yung video ng plenary vote na yan.
Session resumed. Majority Leader. Mr. Speaker, I move to take up additional reference of business.
Oh,
The
ayan.
Secretary General is directed to read the additional reference of business.
Additional reference of business, verified complaints for impeachment. Impeachment complaint against Vice President Sara Z. Duterte filed by at least one-third of all the members of the House of Representatives on February 5, 2025. Impeachment complaint filed against Vice President Sara Z. Duterte filed by Teresita Quintos Deles, Father Flaviano, SB
Forward
Representatives,
natin.
Franz de Castro of the Act
Provided for in our additional reference of business, a verified impeachment complaint against Vice President Sara Zimmerman Duterte has been filed by at least one-third of all the members of the House of Representatives on February 5, 2025. Mr. Speaker, for the record, may we inquire from the Secretary General the total membership of the House as of today, February 5, 2025.
The Secretary General will please respond.
Mr. Speaker, as of the present, the total number of members of the House of Representatives is 306.
The Majority Leader is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, may we inquire from the Secretary General how many members of the House verified and swore before him the impeachment complaint?
Secretary General, please respond to the query of the Majority Leader.
Yes, Mr. Speaker. Pursuant to Section 14, Rule 4 of the Rules of Procedures, in impeachment proceedings, the total number of House members who verified and swore before me this impeachment complaint is 215 House members.
Ayan, 215. Okay.
The Majority Leader is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, may we know what is one-third of the total number of the members of the House?
The Secretary General will please respond.
Mr. Speaker, one-third of the total number of members of the House is 102.
The Secretary General has responded to the query of the Majority Leader. The Majority Leader is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, for the record, in consonance with the Constitution on Article 11 on accountability of public officers, particularly Section 3, Paragraph 4, and pursuant to Section 14, Rule 4 of the Rules of Procedure in impeachment proceedings, which provides as follows. Section 14, endorsement of the complaint resolution to the Senate. A verified complaint resolution of impeachment filed by at least one-third of all the members of the House shall constitute the articles of impeachment. And in this case, the verified complaint resolution shall be endorsed to the Senate in the same manner as an approved bill of the House. Considering that the Secretary General has certified that at least 215 members of the House of Representatives have verified and swore before him the said impeachment complaint against Vice President Sara Zimmerman Duterte, and consistent with our rules, I move that the Secretary General be directed immediately to endorse the same to the Senate.
Okay. So yan. Tandaan nyo yung oras ha. Dito 3:43 pa lang ng hapon yan. So, itong nilagay ko na to, endorsement to the Senate of the impeachment complaint. Hinanap ko po talaga kung may basihan ito. At ito nga po, itong part na ito ng video na yan ng February 5.
There is a motion to direct the Secretary General to immediately endorse to the Senate the impeachment complaint, having been filed by more than one-third of the membership of the House, or a total of 215 members. Is there any objection? The Chair hears none. The motion is approved. The Secretary General is so directed. The session is suspended.
Anong oras? 3:44 po. Sinuspend yan. So inutusan na yung Secretary General, i-transmit mo na itong articles of impeachment. Yung Secretary General po, nandyan lang mismo sa plenary kasama nila. Okay, so hindi po kukonsumo ng mahabang oras ang pag-submit sa kanya. And that actuation is indeed triggered the one-year bar rule. (344). Di ba? Ano yung plenary vote po doon? Tinanong niya kung meron bang objection. Ayan, ulitin natin.
Secretary General to immediately endorse to the Senate the impeachment complaint, having been filed by
Vice President Sara Zimmerman Duterte, and consistent with our rules, I move that the Secretary General be
Merong motion. I move that the Secretary General, di ba?
directed immediately to endorse the same to the Senate.
There is a motion to direct the Secretary General to immediately endorse to the Senate the impeachment complaint, having been filed by more than one-third of the membership of the House, or a total of 215 members. Is there any objection? The chair hears none. The motion is approved. The Secretary General is so directed. The session is suspended.
344. Kasi tinatanong lang is there objection? Is there an objection? Any objection, di ba? Kasi kung merong objection diyan, sisigaw na sila diyan. I object. Ganon. Then wala siyang magagawa. Kung hindi, i-recognize yung objection. Then magdidebatehan sila dito kung ano yung objection. Wala walang nag-object. Hindi ho po pwedeng hintayin yun na baka merong mag-object. And it's been their practice, di ba? Na kailangan kasi kung nandyan ka, kung may objection, kailangan attentive ka. Magre-react ka kaagad. Hindi pwedeng yung natapos na, carried na, saka sasabihin mo, ay, teka nga pala, sir, I object. Nagsisyonan na. Napokpok na yung gavel. Ibig sabihin, official na yon. I-resume.
The session is resumed.
Ano yung oras?
The majority leader is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, in accordance with Section 16, Rule 6 of the Rules of Procedure, in impeachment proceedings, I move to elect the following members of the House of Representatives as prosecutors in the trial on the impeachment complaint.
Di ba? May election nangyari.
Representative Isabel.
The chair hears none. The motion is approved. Duterte. Is there any objection? The chair hears none. The motion is approved.
Yung motion ni Dalipe na i-elect yung mga nasa listahan na 11 House prosecutors, wala na namang nag-object. And then, the motion is approved. 347.
The majority leader is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, in the additional reference of business earlier read by the Secretary General, there are 3 other impeachment complaints.
347. Anong oras po mga kababayan yung kanina na part na dinirect na nila sa Secretary General? Parang 3:43 yata yun. Di ba? Yung oras na, tama, 3:43 nga yung oras na, yung 3:44 na dinirect na nila sa Secretary General na i-transmit mo na ito sa itong articles of impeachment sa Senado. And that moment, 3:44 p.m., triggered the one-year bar rule. Ngayon, kailan po tinake up ng plenary itong 3 impeachment? Dito ho. Pagkatapos ng voting. Anong oras na yan? 3:46 na yan. 3:47 yun eh.
Against Vice President Sara Z. Duterte. Is there any objection? The chair hears none. The motion is approved. The majority leader is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, in the additional reference of business earlier read by the Secretary General, there are 3 other impeachment
pwede yan.
complaints filed against Vice President Sara C. Duterte. These are the impeachment complaint filed by Teresita Quintos Deles, father
Ito yung tatlong naunang impeachment. February yung December 2, tapos ayan December 2. Tapos yung sumunod diyan December 4 at saka December 19.
El Castro of ACT Teachers Party List, Representative Arlene List on December 4, 2024. And Representative Lex Anthony Chris Colada
Ito yung
of Ambis
pangatlo.
OWA Party List on December 19, 2024. Pursuant to our rules of procedure in the impeachment proceedings, considering that the plenary has already transmitted to the Senate the impeachment complaint filed by 215 members on February 5, 2025, that is today, I move that the 3 other impeachment complaints filed on December 2, 2024, December 4, 2024, and December 19, 2024 be transmitted to the archives. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
There is a motion to transmit to the archives the aforementioned 3 impeachment complaints filed last December 2, 4, and 19, 2024. Is there any objection? The chair hears none. The motion is approved. These impeachment complaints are transmitted to the archives.
Time 3:50. So 6 minutes ang diferensya. Magmula nung na-trigger ang 1-year bar rule. So paano ngayon yung sinasabi ng Korte Suprema na hindi tinalakay dyan? Tinalakay nila eh. Yun nga lang, hindi na ni-refer doon sa Justice Committee. 'Di ba? Yun ang hindi na nangyari. Sinadya nilang hindi i-refer because they have option. Para nga naman kasi hindi maaabuso ang impeachment. Na kahit na sino na lang ay pwedeng magsampa ng mga hilaw na impeachment complaints. Ito rin po kasi yung problema eh. Kaya nga kinokomentohan ko rin, etong mga bida-bida na grupo ng mga civil society, ng aktivista, ng mga pare. 'Di ba? Masyado kayong bida-bida. Hindi muna sana kayo nag-submit niyan. Bagkus nagtanong na kayo sa House kung yun bang isasubmit ninyo na articles of impeachment, pasok ba sa banga, papasaba ito sa sufficient in form at saka sufficient in substance. Dapat ganun eh. Hindi, bumara-bara sila. O siguro nakita ng mga to na yung tatlong inaunang isinumite, pambasura. At pag binasura nila ito ng Committee on Justice, ang mangyayari dito, magwawala etong mga grupo na to, itong mga aktivista, aawayin ng Kongreso. Sasabihin, kunwari pa kayo, kampi rin naman pala kayo kay Sara. Katunayan, hindi nyo pinaabot ng plenary. Kung hindi naman sufisyente. Di ba? Yun nga yung sinasabi ng nakaraan eh. Kaya nangyari, nagbuo, hinintay pa yung 4th impeachment complaint na kung saan nirepaso yung kanilang mga complaint, pinagsama-sama, kinumpile yung mga laman doon, kumbaga kinompak nila para doon sa 4th impeachment complaint. At dahil nga kakapusin na sa panahon, imbis na gamitin yung first mode, ginamit na nila itong third mode, yung fast lane, na kung saan walang option base sa Article 11 Section 4 subsection Section 3 subsection 4 option A, yung verified complaint, ay transmittal ka agad sa Senado para doon na po ang Senado na ang may responsibility for proper accordance of due process kay Sara at sa mga kasama niya. Ang pinaka-importante dito, meron pa ring pagkakataon sa due process. 'Di ba? Anong gagawin natin kung hindi naging katulad 'yan ng sistema ng piskalya? Nasa piskalya pa lamang, 'di ba, narerepaso na. Anong gagawin natin kung hindi kapareho ng sistema ng first two options? Sisihin nyo yung sumulat ng Constitution. Dahil nagkasundo sila na merong kumbaga fast lane o railroaded mode sa impeachment. 'Di ba? That's right. Bahagi yan ng kanilang tungkulin. Since sila yung merong solamenting kapangyarihan for the initiation of impeachment. Ang liwanag, hindi ho ba? Paano magiging contemptuous yun? Nobody's perfect, di ba? Oh, limitado ang freedom of expression. Ito ay kung, di ba? Tawag dito, libelous, kung minamasama na, pinapalitaw na masama. Kung may katibayan namang nagkamali talaga eh. Di ba? Yun na yung perception na napumasok sa isipan ng mga ordinaryong mamamayan. Oh. At saka ang kapansin-pansin, bakit kailangan maging maging executory? Hello? Di ba? Pambihira sa lahat ng lahat ng dinesisyonan nila. Ano yung kakaiba? Now, balikan natin to. Sabi pa rito, at most, the Honorable Court can only apply the enforce these new rules. Ito yung sinasabi nila na dapat 1 year na lang daw yung, kailangan daw one impeachable offense na lang ang dapat sa Presidente at Vice President. At kinakailangan yung ebidensya enough na para makapag-convict. Doon patutunayan yun eh. Who will judge that the evidences, 'di ba, is enough for conviction? Siyempre sa impeachment court. 'Di ba depende sa mga judges. Oo. Sabi niya rito, the Honorable Court can only apply the enforce these new rules prospectively in the commencement of future impeachment complaints. Dapat yung bagong patakaran, 'di ba? Dapat wala ito. Alam ko nakalagay sa saligang batas natin 'yan eh. Walang batas na dapat na ipasa na mayroong retroactive effect. Ito hindi nga ito ipinasang batas, bagkus ito'y inilabas na patakaran. Batas pa rin 'yun. 'Di ba? The Honorable Court cannot utilize these new formulated rules, safeguards, or guidelines to say that the House violated the Due Process Clause and acted with grave abuse of discretion just because it did not comply with the new prescriptions as set forth in the decision. It would simply unfair. That's correct. For me, it's unfair. Pag sasabihin mo sa akin ngayon na mali yung ginawa ko, pagkatapos akong sumunod sa mga nauna ng, 'di ba, na desisyonan ninyo, yung existing guidelines base sa mga naunang desisyon like dun sa Gutierrez, dun sa Francisco, 'di ba? Diba? Sabi nga nila rito, yung grave abuse of discretion nga raw defined as capricious or whimsical exercise of judgment that is patent and gross as to amount to an evasion of positive duty or a virtual refusal to perform a duty enjoined by law. Okay, set what natin. Ito yung kanina. That the Honorable Court ruled that the filing of the fourth complaint under Article 11, Section 3 and 4 of the Constitution, the 1-year bar rule under Section 3.5, yung 1 year lang daw. Okay. In turn, it premised that the theory that the 1-year bar was triggered by archiving or termination of the 3 impeachment complaints. So dahil po sa termination nga raw, ay kaya pala ang sinasabi ng korte sa desisyon nila, magiging eligible uli ang pagpa-file ng impeachment complaint ay sa February pa. 'Di ba? February 6. Kasi February 5 eh. So February 6 pa raw pwedeng mag-file ng panibagong impeachment complaint. Matapos nilang higpitan, 'di ba? Matapos na baguhin nila ang nakalagay sa Constitution, yung mga impeachable offenses na 5 ay naging isa na lang. Yung para sa Presidente at Vice President, may kinalaman doon sa pagsira sa pagtitiwala, 'di ba? Ay nako. Those filed, Articles 11, Section 3, those filed by citizens and endorsed by 1 or 2 members of the House, in other words, as the decision understood and the sequence of events, the termination or archiving occurred first. Tama, nauna naman yung di ba? Sinasabi ng korte, yan, as the decision understood that the consequence of events, the termination or archiving occurred first. Then the 1-year bar rule, diba, that subsequently took effect. And then the 4th impeachment complaint was thereafter barred. Kaso hindi nga po ganito yung nangyari. Kita nyo naman dun sa video. Diba, baliktad na una yung pagbasa doon sa 3 impeachment complaints, and then sumunod yung 4th impeachment complaint. Diba? Tapos ang kanilang inaksyonan doon, yung isinumiti nga nila, yung 3rd mode, option A. Verified complaint, 1/3, di ba? Bigay doon submitted doon sa SecGen. Para at doon nag-trigger yung 1-year bar rule. Pagka 344. Tapos, yung sumunod ng pag-archive nito is 350. 6 minutes ang diferensya. Yun ang maliwanag doon sa video. However, this contradicts sharply with the actual turn of events, as evidenced by the House-owned journal Illuminative are the entries relative to the additional reference of business on February 5, 2025 on the verified complaint for impeachment. Palagay ko hindi na kailangan na lang ipakita sa korte yung video.